Alright, so I want to talk about the cocoa plant. In South America, it's been used for thousands of years medicinally. Its production into its concentrated form is what then is turned into the cocaine that everybody seems to be hating. Unless you do it, it seems to be hating. Now, the illegality of it is strange. Marijuana is a plant, and then it has a concentrate called different names. Concentrate, meaning that you smoke it, and a smaller amount is needed to have the same effect as smoking an entire joint. The cocoa plant is similar in a sense where people, you can't stop a group of human beings that feel the need to do it. Even though they might not know its origins and its medicinal and sacred uses, something inside them, their DNA, is telling them that plant is helpful to them. There's no way you can grow the plant because it's illegal. You can't get the seeds. You can't. The only thing you're stuck with is going to the street and purchasing it. In that sense, the original formula or the original use of it is watered down into a world where it's used, to stay up. You drink a lot, you do other things, and it keeps you awake. Similar to coffee. That's taking away its spiritual aspect. And there is where the problem lies. Because at that level, the people that are actually selling it, or maybe even at any level, will put something else into it. Now, cocaine is not physically addicting. It's a mental addiction. You get used to doing it, just like drinking coffee. But so the way to make it, two things to make it cheaper for yourself, because you buy it and then you put something called cut. You cut into it, and these days people seem to be cutting fentanyl into it. Now, fentanyl is a very addictive substance, right? Physically, it's a laboratory version of opium. And in that sense, mixing that with the cocaine, we call it cocoa plant, because crack, cocaine, these words have such a negative connotation associated with them. They even saying them, like, oh my God, did somebody hear me say that? Why? I'll tell you why. Because with the fact that it's now being cut with things that are making it more addictive, it then becomes a problem. Now, say if it was legal, it's like marijuana, right? And you walk into a dispensary and they have, section for this plant, section for that plant. Right? You're much more likely to get a pure product that doesn't have something like that is not as addictive, that is not as problematic, and still satisfy the group of human beings that continue using it, because you know what? You're not going to stop people from using a plant. You're just going to keep on throwing them in jail. Its destructive qualities comes from the fact that it is illegal, and it is not monitored to make sure it is a safe thing. Just like everything else human beings supposedly put in their bodies, right? Right? So in that sense, because the store owner of that place, he does not want to lose his license to sell. So he'll make sure that when he gets it, it is not. There's a ways you can test it to make sure it's not. And there you go. Then all of a sudden, the problems that exist, that surround it, seem to diminish and go away. And you can make sure that again, a lot of times the problem is not the cocoa plant, it's the alcohol that's drank with the cocoa plant. Okay? Then you have an awake drunk. And an awake drunk will get into a car and just driving and for all those confidence. And it doesn't come from the cocoa plant. It comes from the fact that he could have had the same thing, drinking 3 Red Bulls or drinking 2 cups of coffee. So the problem does not lie in the plant. You keep on pointing your finger. I mean, people will watch what I just said, and they'll turn around and say, "You're a drug addict. You did this and that. And you're promoting drug use." I'm telling you that this plant's been used for thousands of years, basically. Google it. The medical benefits of the cocoa plant. One of the biggest things that I found that it's a nerve blocker. So I'm Guillain-Barré syndrome. I got from a flu shot 13 years ago, 14 years ago now. Gave me a neurological condition called Guillain-Barré syndrome. All my nerve endings were in agonizing pain. It's a virus that tricks the immune system, attacking the central nervous system, which then causes intense body pain. I still have lingering symptoms of that, and the only thing that seems to make it go away completely, so I can actually play something, is the cocoa plant. But it's illegality, right? It's illegality. It's illegality. It's what causes the problems you people face. So decriminalize it. Make it so it's sold in dispensaries. People making sure that they don't have to go on the street and risk their lives and risk not having the product that is helping them. It helps my nerve pain. It is a nerve blocker. It's one of the many benefits of it. There's many other benefits of it, but you'll never know because you've either you judgmentally you pointed your fingers and said no, my children will not do that. A lot of times kids do things because they're illegal. Because it's hey man. The legality takes away a lot of the the street, And again, give these people that are using it a break. They're searching for something that you're not. They're remembering something in their own DNA that's bringing them back to a tribal that they want to experience instead of going to a bar and getting drunk. Is that really that bad that they need to spend time in a cage? Pay hefty fines for? That's a human rights offense in my book. I'm not the law, When the Nazis were the law, even all their laws were supposed to be right? Laws don't necessarily are right. Laws represent the people that make those laws. If the people that make those laws are not so nice, guess what? Those laws are probably bad and not right. Remember that. I'll have a good day. And I'm sure if anybody watches this and starts complaining, hey, this and that, you shouldn't do it. You need a rehab, man. You're crazy, man. Fuck you. Stay away from my fucking videos then.